so important. It is so important. And going up against a giant is very difficult. But we serve a God that does not fail. If he did it for David, he will do it for each and every one of these people that are silent and each and every one of you that have come forth today. So I just wanted to leave that with you all, and I thank you. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your dedication, and thank you for your sacrifice on behalf of someone else today. So y'all have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.
She just came to bring some donuts.
Oh, okay, that's sweet.
All right, y'all, thanks for tuning back in. This is Shanita Cleveland reporting for Smash the Topic Breaking News. Hey there, Sabrina Richardson. How you doing? Good to see you logged on, riding with us. Smasher, Smashettes. Hopefully y'all have had a great morning this morning. We are here at the IBOC Church in Dallas, Texas. I know they're getting ready to speak here in just a moment, and I will let them get set up, and then they're gonna let me know. Oh yeah. We have more media coming. Second service is getting ready to let out. People are getting ready to head on out. Good morning, Carrie Vega. Hopefully I said your name properly. Crystal Chisholm was on here earlier. I didn't get a chance to say hello, Crystal.
Good morning.
Good morning. These are just some of the organizations that are out here. Whenever y'all are ready.
There got his brother right there that played the drum.
Patrick! Patrick, don't go in there! Patrick! Rickie Rush abused my son. This is Donna. Patrick!
Today we're calling Rickie Rush, pastor of the Inspiring Body of Christ Church, to step down.
Mute Rickie Rush! 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 Mute Rickie Rush!
This is a movement, guys.
This
is a movement. The Me Too movement started. I know a lot of people, for me, I thought I was forgotten. Sexual assault. We're actually talking about sexual assault in the church. Okay? Pastor Rickie Rush of the Inspiring Body of Christ Church sexually abused me. I was a teenager, all the way to almost 21 years old. And actually, I just couldn't continue to stay silent about it. I tried to speak up in 1998, but nobody was listening. I didn't have any support. Right now, it's a movement. We have supporters. His time is up. I did not know he sexually violated my sister and my nephew and Ebony and others. They are speaking out. My cell phone is flooded from victims speaking out, guys. He needs to step down. His time is up. He is a predator.
Yeah, my sister, she came to me. I saw her Facebook post in 2018 where she told her story saying that Rickie Rush had sexually assaulted her. I was shocked when I saw that story, but I got in touch with my sister because we had not spoken in years, over 20 years. We had just recently reconnected. She didn't trust me, but after we had a conversation, I learned that she was abused and my son was abused. And I did not want to tell her that I had been abused when I was 16 years old and I was pregnant in Skyline High School. I never wanted to tell anybody that story because I told him that I forgave him. He asked me to forgive him. I was a Christian girl, a young Christian girl. And I said, I will forgive you and I will not hold that against you. So I remained around him. He had baby showers for me. He took care of me. I raised my kids in this church. My tithes and offering helped pay for this church. My kid hurt.
And me and her son lived together. Got beat together. Our parents trusted him. We forgive y'all. I wanted to let Donna know that. I'm speaking for 7 of them. We forgive y'all because y'all trusted him. And I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I really understand that now. But I didn't used to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm for real. That man did some damage that I could have never imagined going through in my life. And I ain't come out here to cry because that wasn't even what I'm about, but this for real. I'm having flashbacks looking at this building across the street, you know what I'm saying?
Where it took place.
He connected us. He used to have her do my hair. When he was doing all this, she sit there doing my hair, not even knowing. The next day after I get my hair done, I'm being handcuffed and beat. You know what I'm saying?
You, Rickie Rush.
That's just how powerful
You,
and
Rickie
manipulative he is. This is real. I connect with Donna, but I relate to her son because I know how he feels.
This man has an open sexual abuse case going on under investigation.
Physical abuse case.
Physical and sexual abuse case going on, and he needs to step down. We need men.
No.
We need strong men to help us.
Nobody's
We
lying
are
on him.
victims.
My nephew.
We are victims.
Nobody's lying on
naked.
him.
He is manipulating people.
Don't go.
He abused
Protect
us.
your kids. Protect your kids.
He abused our kids.
Protect your kids.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. And she still a member. She know he ain't right.
Wow, she just said that wasn't right. She's leaving. Wow, she was coming into the church and now she's leaving. She said she believes them. Uh-oh.
Man, you better not say nothing to her. She's supposed to turn around.
She's leaving out of the church. Hey, Crystal Chisholm, I love you.
This is an abomination and he needs to go now.
Uh-oh. Well, she turned around. She didn't go in. That's the first one that didn't go in.
Oh my God. This is hard. This is where
I'm tired of all these fake ass pastors.
You have to speak up.
I'm tired of all these fake ass pastors and priests who think they something but really using youth to get advantage of some shit. That's fucked up, man. That's time for us to step up to real black people. You know what I'm saying? The real Israelite, all this fake ass shit and leave anti-Christ and all. This shit fucked up. False ass shit, a pedophile. Hey, what the hell do he need? Yeah, that's his message. What in the hell do you want when heaven have all you need? What the hell we want is for you to step down until all this is over with. And I'm asking you, Rickie Rush, if you ain't gonna do nothing else for your members and nobody else, stand up and make a statement. If you innocent, speak. I've been around you for years. Anytime anything happens, you speak on it. You ain't spoken on none of this yet.
Because he knows what he did.
and
He did
you're
never
caught.
expect us to all get together.
Never thought.
That's the way he does. He divides and conquers.
Baby, they finna leave, y'all. They not going.
Got another car turning around. Another church member turning around.
Go to Friendship West.
She decided to stay in. Go in. Okay, let me go back. Hey, smoking is...
We don't have to be in a church.
He said the guy smoking on camera.
We are the temple. Our bodies are the temple. We don't have to worship no man. We should never be worshiping man. We should be worshiping God. Where there's confusion, where there's smoke, there is fire. We are the temple. Trust God. Don't trust men.
He's a predator. We need to protect our children in churches and schools. He played a dual platform. He was a pastor. He's a pastor, and he used to be a high school teacher for over 17 years. Lots of children coming his way.
This is one of my high school friends that we just connected. She came out here to support me today, and she knows me from when I was pregnant in high school, and it means everything to have her out here supporting me. It's just so unfair. Then we go to school and go to the city, and I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
So now I know why it was important for me to speak out. I didn't stop in 1998. I spoke out in 2018, and it was not going to stop because he is a predator. He is a wolf in sheep clothing. He hurts children, our community. These are our boys and girls, and we are valued more than just a dollar bill.
He is taking your tithes and your offerings, and he's tricking off the money. You need to be aware that those tithes and offerings are not going to help others. Those tithes and offerings are not helping this community. This community is keeping his secrets. Exactly.
And the
He's paying
community
people to be
that you're
silent.
giving back to, you owe them a statement.
Yes, you do.
You owe the community a statement that you keep claiming that you're giving back to.
Yes.
So if you love your community, you need to stand up and you owe your community a statement.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, not your attorney.
Not
that
your
you just
attorney,
hired.
not your victim, not other survivors, your community.
Because you would do Flavor TV and you would walk these streets and this is the type of person you would. You would walk these streets and you would preach the gospel. You'd be okay 104. You would be on Flavor TV.
In the strip club.
On
Harry Hines on the
So
stroll.
talk for yourself. Speak up for yourself and you talk about the things that we're talking about today. Because it's not going to go away. We're going to be out here until you sit down. You need to step down.
Please come
Your
out
time
the
is up.
pulpit. Please come out the
The Me
pulpit.
Too movement is now moved to the church.
You
It's
do
the
not
Me Too church
deserve to
movement.
be in a
The
pulpit.
Me Too church
You, Rickie Rush, he has a sexual abuse case. Physical
And
abuse
tell
case.
your community how you're trying to pay people to be quiet about these situations.
And the people at your church know. The team knows. Okay? There's a team of people that is supporting him and that he has insurance that he is paying people off. You will not pay us off. We do not want your money. We want you to step down and be accountable for your actions. Step down now.
Public apologies.
And
You
another
do not
thing,
get to hurt kids.
I actually would like any victim that don't think that they can speak out, this is your time. It's very important that
You
you
got
release
handicapped
this
women
now.
that just got off the bus to come into your church. Nobody was even there to help them walk in the church.
Release
She
this
just
pain.
crumbled, almost fell walking in your church. You don't even have nobody to come get your members out of the bus to come serve you because they're not serving God. You want them to
Another
serve
thing
you.
is we asked for his wife to speak out. If you don't speak up as a pastor, then your wife should speak up. It's biblical. Let your wife speak out. You have a voice. We haven't heard from you. It's your time and we're okay. We're listening. We're okay. We don't mind your voice. We need your voice. I reached out to you in 1998 and you did not hear me back then. I don't know what's going on with you, but it is time for you to speak
Well,
up.
you know
also.
why she didn't hear you? She didn't hear you because remember me, Beverly? Remember when Pastor Rush, Rickie Rush, came to me and asked me, will you please talk to Beverly for me? And let her know that things are going on with Treva, Renee, and tell her that that's all made up. And do you remember when I lied? I did not know I was lying because you was mentally ill. Her hair was coming out. She was losing weight. She was not telling me what was going on. I thought she was mentally ill, but you lied to me. You had me to go to your wife. You had me to stand up in front of that church and hold your lie and say that, yeah, my sister has some mental issues, but that was all a lie. I had no clue. I was just repeating a lie that you told me. You lied.
And that's why
Beverly, you know.
was divided.
And you know what else, Beverly? You tried to talk to one of my friends, Erica, and you were telling her about his cheating. You know what your husband has done. It's okay for you to stand up because you know what? I'm even here for you. Because I know that he is manipulated and tried to demonize you and make you look like something. He will tell the leadership and the men of this church that she's mental and she's doing this, that, and the other. Well, let me tell you, I now know, Beverly, that he's a liar. And you can stand and you can speak out against him.
You need to.
Protect Christians. Christians have seen things. You know things. Go ahead and stand out. It's okay. It's okay.
It's hard. We know it's hard.
We're
There's
not
too many
angry
young
at
girls
you.
and boys in there.
We just want him to be accountable.
We're concerned about
Beverly
these
and
kids.
Christian, y'all don't owe me nothing. It's about the community.
It's about this community.
Predators.
It's about these kids
Being held accountable.
and these young girls and these young boys. I would be lying
They're
if I
in
said
danger.
Beverly and Christian.
He has a
I don't know
sword.
what y'all know, and I'm not gonna lie and say what y'all know, but he knows. This is him. We know how powerful he is because we used to be under the power. So I can't even blame y'all and fault y'all for that because we used to be under the same type of brainwashing, manipulative power. So I can't do nothing but pray for Beverly and Christian and that baby boy, that Christian.
Yes.
So if I done said anything disrespectful and out of way and out of
I'm
line,
sorry.
I apologize.
I do too. I
Because my
apologize.
problem is not with y'all. My problem is with this man of God who want people to praise him and not the Lord.
You got streets named after you. Where's Christ in this?
Idolatry.
That's not what it's about.
Idolizing yourself and
We
branding your
saving
church.
lives and making a change. Period.
The truth. That's it. The truth does set you free.
The truth will set him free. He's preaching too. The truth will
take a
set him
stand.
free too.
Just get in where you fit in.
The truth is setting y'all free.
And that's what it is. We speaking that truth so you can be free.
You're gonna have to speak up because we don't have a mic.
Okay, so thanks everybody for coming out here. Oh, I just went over.
Yeah. And just gotta take a break for a second. The press just needs to get some info. She wants to start recording. Are you ready?
Good morning. Thank you for coming. It takes a lot of courage to come out here and do what we're all doing. My name is Richard Windman, and I'm the leader at large for the Central Division of SNAP. I am here with my colleagues Lisa Kenziador and Debbie Dappin, who are leaders in Dallas-Fort Worth. We call this press conference and demonstration today with and in solidarity and support of Renee Phillips and Donna Fields, who have publicly stated their abuse at the hands of Pastor Rickie Rush. First of all, false allegations of childhood abuse are extremely rare. Multiple allegations are even rarer. SNAP, the Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests, is an organization that works on statute of limitations, reform, exposes those who would abuse our children, and most importantly, provides support and resources for victims and survivors of sexual abuse. We have been executing this mission for over 30 years, and we've learned a lot along the way. Let me be perfectly blunt. You kill a child when you sexually molest them. It has far-reaching effects because it can also destroy a family as well. Child victims matriculate their life in the most horrific way. Depression, PTSD, even CPTSD, and dissociative disorder. They live a life of guilt and shame. Most self-medicate with alcohol or drugs to ease the anxiety and the pain. And when that doesn't work, they attempt suicide, as I did when I was a 19-year-old boy. Many are successful at ending their lives. Suicide also happens to family members as well. Even in this modern time, there is no cure for what victims and survivors suffer. We can only try to manage it. Donna and Renee and others will live with this suffering for the rest of their lives. Sorry.
Take your time.
I'm sorry, I get a little bit emotional. Victims live a life of hell, self-isolated in their horror. Survivors come forward and tell someone. Warriors go public and they tell their story. They're here with us today and we're so proud of them. And we stand with them here today and always. While the investigation is still in progress, we believe that Pastor Rush should remove himself from the pulpit. It is the morally correct thing to do. And it's in the best interest of our children, vulnerable adults, and this congregation. We are committed in protecting our children from harm, and in that spirit, we pledge to work with victims and survivors. We work to ensure that no child will suffer sex abuse by religious institutions, by those in positions of authority, and especially I cast a jaundiced eye towards those that are complicit and cover it up. There can be no justice without the truth, and there can be no healing for these survivors without justice. Thank you.
If me speaking out was just for Ebony, it was worth it. She didn't deserve this, but I know it's others. They have reached out. It just shows you how important it is to speak out, no matter how long it takes. Your life matters. You weren't born here just to be abused. So don't act like you don't carry that to your grave, okay? My sister used to say she's gonna carry this to her grave. No. Why? Let this predator carry everything he's burnt in us out of this pain. Let him carry that. That's between him and God. And he needs to be held accountable. Forgiveness does not mean no consequences. Time is up, Rickie Rush. This has not been easy. This here has not been easy. Thinking when I left the church that my pain was left there in 1998, and not having my sister, the divide that he created between us, we were so close. How dare you ruin a relationship based off of lies and manipulation, and think that we can just continue on? You've destroyed many lives, and you're going to be held accountable on earth as it is in heaven. Let's make sure we understand the Bible. What is done now, you have to face those consequences. We're not waiting until Judgment Day. Your judgment is today. You're living out what you asked for. You never changed your ways. Why didn't you stop with my sister? Why didn't you stop with me? Why didn't you stop with my nephew? Why didn't you stop with Ebony? Because you're a predator. And you don't see any wrongdoing.
You need to step down and get hold him accountable. Mute Rickie Rush. Hold him accountable. Mute Rickie Rush. Hold him accountable. Mute Rickie Rush.
Hold him accountable.
Mute Rickie Rush. Hold him accountable. Mute Rickie Rush. Hold him accountable. Mute Rickie Rush.
They're doing a great job.
Hold him accountable.
Mute Rickie Rush. Hold him accountable. A lot of you guys are enablers. That's how predators pray. And how they continue to grow. Because most of the close circle are watchmen of this predator. You have trained them and groomed them in an environment that is definitely evil. There's no good that's going to come out of it. There's no good ever going to come out of evil.
What you do in the dark will always come to the light. You can't do evil to kids. You cannot hurt God's children. The Bible says that it would be best if you had never been born when you hurt children. We were children. We were minors, and you were aware of what you were doing to us. We were the ones that did not know.
It's a crime, and crimes don't just go away. You have to be held accountable. There needs to be severe consequences, not just a pass. There needs to be severe consequences. Jail time, yes, absolutely. Step down, yes. He is no different than someone on the street. If these crimes happened, they would have been in prison for life. You know, just because you have money and power does not mean you cannot face consequences.
And I want to tell y'all, this is my sister. She the one who encouraged me to speak my truth and come forward with my truth. And we just got close when our daddy just passed away. We had not had a relationship for 20-something years. But now you can't even tell. You'll think we was born twins. This is a power woman too, whether she know it or not. To me, anyway.
Support. Yes.
And I'm for real, I love you, Adelina. You just don't know what you done did. And my best. It's been my best friend since I was 5 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about you now. No one else.
As long as we stand together we are powerful. Together we will accomplish what we are set out to do. And that's
You lean on us. You lean on us. And you feel like and we're all gonna lean on the Lord. And the Lord
He will give us all the strength that we need to
and you take it.
continue and see this through to the end.
I'm getting people
One day at a time. Not tomorrow. We gotta control of today. That's it.
We got more media that has just shown up. I don't know what channel that is. They just literally got here. They're watching Smash. We let them know what's going on. So I don't know what station that'll be on today. I'll find out who he's with. So y'all watch the news tonight, but y'all got to hear raw and unedited, uncut. Can't get any better than this. How y'all doing? Is everybody doing good today? Thanks for tuning in. Smash the Topic, breaking news. Community journalism, news before the news. We lead them here. Wherever we are, that word here is wherever we are. Looks like service is about to be letting out. We're at IBOC Church here in Dallas. Sharon Turner, it's in the description. We are here at IBOC Church.
It's crazy being on the grounds of a place that I learned that my son's experience here. My son's experience here was tragic and traumatic, and he talked to me about it.
Yes, I believe he is in the church.
It was traumatic, and to be here after he told me that, Mama, I'm proud of you for standing up. Once I heard that yesterday, I was given the strength to be here today. So it doesn't feel good. It's very uncomfortable. But I have we have so much support, and this is bigger than us, y'all. It's happening all over the world. This is not the only place it's happening. This is just one story, but we have to hold these men and women in these positions accountable. It's our responsibility. It takes a village to raise a child, remember? Well, we're dropping the ball. And because we're dropping the ball in that area, we got to step it up, and that's what we're out here to do. We're out here to step it up and show that it takes a village. I don't know many of these people here, but they're here supporting us. And that means everything to me. And my sons and my family. This is my new friend right here. They came out to support it. And I'm just blessed to have her here. Her presence means
This is just too much going on. I mean, like I said, it's kind of surprising that it's not more people here supporting it. Them that's from this area.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is thousands of people watching.
Oh man, I didn't.
Yeah, this is watching, you know, but what is it?
But yeah,
two black dudes out here supporting 3.
Yeah.
Gotta support
Making
our
sure they
sisters,
safe,
man. You know,
man.
even though
Making
it
sure they
might, you know, whatever, but I don't know what the facts are, but you know.
There's people dropping off water. Community members dropping off water. And donuts. Somebody brought donuts.
Yeah, for real. For real. What I mean happens with small business.
Another member turned around. They're not going inside. They're turning around. That one decided to keep going. They're leaving. Church service is getting out. Service is letting out.
An open investigation. He needs to step down. He needs to step down. He's manipulating y'all and he's lying to you. Don't close your ears to the truth. Receive the truth. Open your ears. Open your ears. Open your ears. He has an open investigation and he needs to step down. Don't close your ears. Your pastor has an open investigation and he needs to.
Y'all, they're letting out of first service.
What are y'all learning?
And they're entering in some for second service.
Hold your pastor accountable. Hold your pastor accountable. Hold your pastor accountable. Ask him what he did. Hold him accountable, Johnny. Johnny, you know me. Johnny has an open investigation.
Oh, wow. That guy just said, I already know.
No, you should never support a place where you know
Wow.
sexual abuse and physical abuse is going on.
Wow, this is weird.
Hold your pastor accountable. Pray and ask God to show you the truth. Hold your pastor accountable. Pray and ask God to show you the truth. Hold your pastor accountable. Hold your pastor accountable.
More people are starting to come.
Okay.
Hold your pastor accountable. Hold your pastor accountable. Hold your pastor accountable.
Bondage. You're going into bondage. That place is filled with bondage.
Sick man.
He's
You're
lying
supporting
and
a sick
manipulating
man.
you.
You're gonna manipulate me.
You're supporting sickness.
Pray about it. Hold your pastor accountable. 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 He has an open investigation for sexual and physical abuse. He needs to step down until after the investigation.
You're supporting sickness.
Yes, Dana Nicole, there is a second service.
You
Hey,
are
Crystal Montgomery.
supporting and
Haven't seen you in a very long time.
a predator.
Thanks for tuning in. Y'all, please share. Please share.
Watch your children.
More people are coming.
He's hurting everybody's children. Hello.
He done talked to all these people in there. Lies, lies, lies. Fill their heads with lies. Give me your money. Don't support sickness.
It is not a laughing matter. It is serious.
God is exposing the wolf over here.
Listen to me. Don't go back. Do not go back. It could be your kids. It can be your kids. We out here as victims and survivors, not clout chasers.
Don't believe the lies. Don't believe the lies.
Hold your pastor accountable. He has an open investigation. Step down. Please get behind the counter. Get behind the counter.
He's telling you lies.
He's a predator. He victimized me when he was a teacher. Just know that God is showing you. God is showing me.
He has an open investigation.
He's been investigated.
You act like we ain't been here our whole lives either, though.
Been a good guy to me. I've never heard anything bad about Pastor Rush. I've been in this church. Let's go. Let's go into the ground. I gotta come again. Come on, let's go. Go, go, go. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, he called the police, y'all. IBOC has called the police on us. Well, not on the protesters. Well, I'm out here, so I'm a part of the environment. So I gotta keep a watch. I'm gonna stay over here with the media. Just for a second. I'm gonna cross the street here in just a moment, go back over there. So the police are on their way Dallas police are on their way. He just said that he's called the police. So hang on one second. I'm going to get back across the drive here in just a second. They're starting to... Hang on one second. Just because there's more traffic coming, because it's really just a mix of first and second service crossing paths.
Church is in your heart. Church is not a building. Church is in your heart. Church is in your heart. It's not a building. Church is in your heart. Y'all worshiping the man. Church in your heart. You can brush me off. The Lord gonna deal with you. Take your ass over there.
If he paying your bills, just say that. Look at your car. You need to hold him accountable. If the car
Y'all just know the police on their way. They called the police. Y'all just know the police are on their way. Stay safe. Y'all, the officer is called, the security guy is called DPD. He said the police are on their way.
While she walking, black man. Black Lives Matter, remember? Protect that queen.
We need you to come support us. Join our movement. We don't want to mess up what we're doing. We have to be able to stay strong. Let our voices be heard. We have to keep control. We have to keep control. If you're going to support me, you have to keep control. You need to hold your pastor accountable. Hold your pastor accountable. He messed with my son. He messed with my son.
Wow, she just said it's what? What did you say it was? So why are you going in?
I'm not going in. I came here to
Oh, wonderful. Oh, they're turning around.
Hold him accountable. Don't go there. Hold him accountable.
Yeah, he is just doing his job, Ray. You're right.
Sweetheart, please, can you move if you're going to support me? I need you to follow the rules. We have to follow the rules. We don't want them to shut us down because they would love to shut us down, but they will not shut us down. We will obey the rules and let our voices be heard the right way. We can spread out if we want to, but we got to obey the rules. Yes. Hold him accountable. It's the bumper for me.
The Dallas police are on their way. The security guard did call the police, so just know that.
So the police was called. The police was called. You cannot walk the street. You cannot walk the street. We have to obey the rules. There's a sidewalk that we can stand on, and if you're here to support me.
No, she's not a member. I don't think so. Some more media showing up over across the street. Some more people are coming. I think they're going to be here to 12 noon, y'all.
You said what?
What time are y'all going to be here till? About 12? Whenever second service is over with. So they'll be here through second service. Wait.
let them know that we are in the streets every day. He on the barbershop. Get up out of here. He on the barbershop. Don't go in there no more.
Don't go in there no more.
I'm going to go across the
That was God
street.
telling you to stop.
How you doing? What station are you with? Oh, Channel 8, y'all. So it'll be on Channel 8. There's another, it looks like an independent news station is out here. Where's that?
Don't go in there! Don't go in there! Come on now! Give up one Sunday for one of these women! Do not get in the faces of these victims! Don't go in there! That's a victim right there!
Hang on, y'all. I'm going to take you back across the street. Just hang on for me.
Why would you go into church? You have your Bible at home. Why would you not protect these black women? You're a black man. You're saying Black Lives Matter. Why don't you protect them? You got victims standing right there. That's right. Raise your hand. Dear God, Jesus, do you finally see this? This is the bullshit that I'm talking about. Black Lives Matter. You just went to church. Unless you're supporting us,
Are you gonna go to church over there?
All these enablers. We know about the enablers. You've groomed many people. You've groomed me, my family, my sister and my nephew in Ebony. You groomed this ministry because you knew one day this would happen. And you've had people in training for 20 and 30 years as your cover up. But guess what? You couldn't pay me off. I value myself more than $1 bill. I know how to go without.
It was personally spent out here to support and stand with me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We have another guy that has shown up. He said he was specifically sent out here for Ebony to support.
We are survivors and victims.
Shalom, brother. Shalom. And are these also victims as well?
These are news reports. Me, the victims.
Smash the topic.
Me, Renee and Don.
My sister and my nephew.
We definitely want to let y'all know that Commanders, your heart stands with you sisters. And we've been talking about the injustices that's been going on in the church for a long time. So the fact that you sisters got the courage to stand up and actually, you understand, speak on it, that's major. That's major.
Yes.
And the travesties of the black church, the black church has been doing this for a long time.
Yes.
Unfortunately. So yeah, we're gonna stand with y'all. I'll be sitting out here by Captain Cahunt. I know he made contact with you sisters.
Thank y'all.
We just want y'all to know we stand with our sisters.
Thank y'all.
Against the injustices that happen to our people for sure. So
We need strong black men supporting us because this.
We got them. They on the way, sis. They on the way. They'll be here in a second. I just wanted to make sure I made contact with the right people before I had the rest of the brothers come out. And the water being strong like this. And y'all are news reporters?
Thank you,
Smash the topic.
Thank you, Smash, for coming out. Y'all been reaching out. I'm glad y'all out here. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, y'all heard what he said. We need more black independent news sources based on community, driven by the community, for the community. So y'all heard that. There's more people on the way, more black men. That's what they were asking for.
We're not gonna argue with the elderly. I'm not gonna protect your babies. Don't go in there. Protect your grandbaby. Protect your grandbaby. If you have any kids.
morally correct thing for him to do is to stand down while the investigation is going on.
How long did this investigation start?
That I don't know for sure, but it's been a while. It's been months.
So do you have victims here?
We have a lot of victims and survivors over there.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're all survivors as well.
You yourself?
Not Lisa, but most of us here are survivors.
Okay, so you're out here to support them.
To support
Absolutely.
the survivors.
Absolutely. It's for Donna and Renee. You know, the pain that they go through, they're going to have to live with this for the rest of their lives. He had one moment with them. They have that moment for the rest of their lives. You know, if you've ever had a bad day at the office, get abused. You get over your bad day, right? But you don't get over this. You know, all victims, without exception, suffer from PTSD and depression. Some with dissociative disorder. And what they do is when they don't get support, help, when they don't come forward, is they start self-medicating. Alcohol, drug abuse is very popular in our community. And when that doesn't work anymore, we tried to commit suicide, like I did when I was 19. And families commit suicide as well. So it's a horrible, horrible, tragic story. And we like to think that child molesting season is over in Texas. But we always have these little battles that we have to fight. We have to keep awareness up as well, too. Awareness is probably our most effective tool. You know?
So, are you out here to lend your support to them, to tell them that it's going to be a rough road ahead, though, but you can survive this?
Yeah, I think they already know that, but you know, as long as they're getting counseling, we've offered our services. We just met today, and so hopefully they're going to come to our monthly support groups, and we have, you know, just a peer support group, but we also have resources for them as well. Yeah, and we're a nonprofit.
Got some more people coming right there.
To say this in the black church: touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. That's what we were taught. That's what we were taught, to forgive in order to be forgiven. We were taught, don't go up against a man of God. We were taught these things. We were groomed for many years. And let me tell you, I had to learn to look past my stepfather, who was the pastor of the church, who I couldn't escape. I had to learn to look past him, past the messenger, and see the message directly from God. That's the only way I'm able to trust God at this point, in this moment. And I tell you, my abuse started when I was 1973. And they groom you, they grope you, they teach you how to accept abuse and be all right with it. They love on you. They treat you like you're the best thing since sliced bread. But you're not. You're being abused. And I'm tired of us being trapped in the mental madness that it leaves in our mind. And then once the Bible says, if it can enter into your mind, it can penetrate your heart. And when Donna said that about her son, the one that's in prison, I have a son. I have two sons. Let me talk about my first son. I get emotional because this is real. And I didn't see how my mental madness was affecting my children. I became an overprotective mother because my mother didn't protect me, or she didn't know to protect me. I won't say she didn't know to protect me. I don't want to put my mother down because I don't know her story. But my mother did the best she knew how to do with what she was working with. So let me tell you, my son, my baby boy, I saw a shift in him when he was about 9 years old, and I couldn't understand that shift. But I knew the shift, but I didn't want to accept the shift because I had that same shift.
something happened to my baby boy. And he was a gifted athlete, like she said about her son, just a talented young man, a man that was just on his way somewhere. So he ended up shifting, and once he shifted, it's like he lost his innocence. And when he was 16, he just went awry. So fast forward the story, in 2007, he ended up going to prison. My son came home from prison, and after 5.5 short months, my son couldn't pull it together because he was mentally mad. He was mentally going through something. He was murdered. He walked to his death from my house, the very house that I created a home for him. All because he couldn't handle what was going on inside of him, and I couldn't help him. And it all stemmed from me being abused by a man in the church. He never trusted a preacher. He never trusted a man. He did not trust people because of what his mother had endured. And he's gone now. He's gone, y'all, and it's hard. And I'm standing out here with these people. And I don't want to keep going on and on because there's so many people out here that got stories to cover. But y'all, I am the reality coach. I live my reality. This is why I tell my story, because guess what? When Satan gets to tell your story, he ain't going to tell it right. So ladies, gentlemen, whoever you are, if you have been abused, you get up and tell your own story. Don't let Satan tell your story, because he is not going to tell it right. He's going to embellish it, or he's going to leave things out. And leave no stone unturned in your own story. Be blessed, y'all. Get out here and do something. Thank you.
You got a daughter my age.
Tell y'all members not to go in there.
They're getting into it again.
Please, thank you.
Protesting, please. You got called out here for a reason. So get behind the phone, please. The phone is what you got. What this our problem. Get behind the phone. Take that behind the phone, please. And you get behind the tail. That's smart.
Oh.
Just get behind the phone. So it change a whole lot.
You must be paying you real good.
If I go to your house and tell me to do something, you want to ask me once, you ask me, that's it. I'm
Your
doing
ass ain't supposed to be in my house. It's not your house, black man.
Listen at this. Now he getting upset. You have to stay behind.
I thought this was God's house. I have nothing to say once you do that. I'm good.
Okay, so now they getting upset. But you know, let me tell you.
Sorry, y'all. I had a phone call coming in.
We may be small in numbers, but if David can be defeated with a rock, let's not get so focused on the giant and forget these rocks standing out here. Look at all these rocks. We can beat them with one little rock. If David did it, we can do it.
He ain't secure.
And we're not gonna stand in the darkness. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Please, y'all, get up.
Sorry.
Take
There's
a
more
stand.
community members
Tell
bringing
your story.
water.
They need some water.
There's
somebody behind you.
Please tell your story. Please tell your story.
There's some water right there.
Parking lot's getting full across the street.
At the hands of a man of God as well.
They're going to be here through second service. Yeah, he did. The security said he called the police, but they haven't arrived yet. Dallas says they've been a little hesitant on coming out.
Okay.
First time I seen them in full effect in a while was at the other night at the Keep Dallas Safe rally. They have not arrived yet. The response time is pretty slow. They already know that this is peaceful.
And you're here now. You
Has anyone been over to the online service this morning? Has anyone watched the service this morning?
This was your mother. Okay.
I did protest at IBOC Church. It's in the pen. That's the name of the live.
Right. Well, we thank you for standing out here and standing with us.
More people are gathering. They're setting up cameras. They're bringing dogs. They'll be here until about noontime or just after. Probably about 1 o'clock. Oh, Rochelle Lacaze, is that what they do? We got more community, children, dogs coming. Black men, they did a call earlier for some black men and they're getting them, that's for sure. They said there's another little group coming of black men.
People said there's people getting dressed saying they're on their way.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Say it again. Hold on 1 second. Hang on, y'all.
People said that.
Oh, they're watching Smash. They said they're watching Smash.
They have over a million hits, and that people are saying they're putting their clothes on and coming here to support these women. Because when we say Black Lives Matter, it does not mean that black women are not included. And I expect to see some black men out here. I expect to see some white men out here. I expect to see some men out here, period, because we count.
All right, y'all. Hey, y'all, thanks for tuning in to Smash. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to go back across the street over here.
This time is up. I'm glad I did not stop back in 1998 when I tried my best to speak out. It took everything out of me. Literally, I could not even talk hardly because it was so exhausting and traumatic. But now look, you didn't stop. You started with my sister. That's the reason why you mentioned her name when you violated me in Skyline. At my high school, 10th grade year. I was 19 also. And you sexually violated me, raped my sister. That's rape. That is not sex, that's rape.
A 16-year-old cannot consent to sex.
Nor a 19-year-old.
I did not want sex from you at the time, and you know it. You knew it. That's why you asked me to forgive you. And I forgave you. I forgave you. And you manipulated me and made me think that that was okay for me to forgive you. There were consequences you should have faced, and you paid me off. All these years, I thought you cared.
Silence. You tried to silence my sister.
But you groomed me, and you took care of me, because you knew if I spoke like I'm speaking out today, that I speak loud.
Yeah.
And I will not give up.
We're not giving up.
And I'm not weak. No. I'm not broken.
No, we're not.
I'm stronger because I have support. And you know my son, 7 Up? My son that you violated in many ways, abused in many ways. He's strong.
That's right.
He may be in prison, but he's getting stronger.
Yes.
Because I help him. We're standing as a family. You thought you broke us up, but we are not broken.
We're here.
We are here, and we are real. Beverly knows us. His wife knows us.
We're standing for truth and accountability.
And righteousness. This is wrong. It cannot go on in our community. Black lives do matter to us.
Yeah. This is a movement. This is a church movement.
This has been going on for years, over 20 years. I've heard stories of situations with him doing this in the 80s.
Right.
In the 80s, and they're talking and they're saying they wish they would have spoken out. I wish I would have spoken out in the 90s. Because it wouldn't have happened to Ebony. Ebony was abused. He had me, he got me to be a mentor to Ebony. And I was totally unaware while I was mentoring her, he was abusing and sexually assaulting her. She told people then. She spoke out, just like my sister spoke out, but nobody hears. Everybody tells you to sweep it under the rug because you don't This is a man of God. Men of God don't do things like this. This is wrong. You are a predator. Yeah. It's too many stories. Enough is enough. He's using people's tithes and offerings to do his crimes. And the terrible thing about it is, the church knows. The leaders in the church, they know. They are paying people off. The difference with us, he cannot pay us off. We don't want his money. We want him to be accountable, and we want real consequences. That's what we want. That baby over there that I'm looking at, I feel stronger doing this because I know I'm protecting somebody's baby.
Yes.
And that's what it's worth.
This is what it's about. Yeah. It's about protecting our younger generation and standing up, changing lives, and making a change. We were victims. We're getting through it. We are all in our own healing process. We're all getting our own help, but that doesn't mean that we can stop from helping somebody else. That's what it's all about. Y'all can say it's about turning down Rickie Rush, but at the end of the day, that's the minor. The major is our community and the children.
That's right.
But we have to let it be known. You cannot run to the churches. You cannot trust the pastors.
You have to make
Talk
sure
to your kids and stop handing your kids off to the next person and deal with your kids by themselves. Talk to your kids. Discipline is not always the answer.
Policies in the church that can stop this.
My name is Ebony Davis. I'm 29 years old. I was a victim from 12 to 14. Physical abuse. I'm learning through counseling that it was sexual abuse. I didn't even know that. I didn't know him telling me to lift up my shirts while I was getting a whooping was sexual abuse or sexual assault.
Yep, that's part of the grooming.
I'm making a change for these kids. I grew up with 7-Up. Me and 7-Up have been beat together. So I'm standing for him. Handcuffed and all. That's not discipline.
Those are crimes.
That is a crime.
Those are crimes. And it should have stopped a long time ago.
She said something in 1998. Why nobody listen?
To a judge.
Why did nobody listen?
I stood in front of a judge off of 35 near the Dallas Zoo. The judge is no longer living, you know, and I don't know him, but I had my calendar and my just details, and I shared my story, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter, you know. I don't know why it didn't matter.
Let me tell you why it didn't matter. It didn't matter because he lied to her sister, and he manipulated her sister, and had me saying that, well, my sister is mentally ill. There's something wrong with him because he told me that my sister was chasing him and doing things and he told the entire church that my sister kidnapped Christian, his daughter. Those were lies. My sister never went to jail. He told me that my sister went to jail and was arrested, and he said there were helicopters everywhere, and there was another member that's still a member, I believe, at this church that was on the phone that day, that he told her that this man, that my sister kidnapped his daughter. Those were lies. He's lied and told this whole church and the world in books that his mother was raped and murdered in front of him. That's a lie.
She died from liver disease.
You can pull it. Look
There's
up
so
his
many
book.
different things that
Don't
we're
buy
learning
it, but
about
just
this
look it
man.
up. Don't buy his book. It's out there. We don't need to support his book.
He's lying and he's manipulating thousands. This church consists of...
My name is Renee Phillips. I was a 10th grade... He was my 10th grade theater arts teacher. I was a student at Skyline High School and a member for over 8 years. He sexually abused me and groomed me and plotted and schemed and
while I was away, I wasn't in town. I was living in another state when that was going on, so I didn't know what was happening to my sister. But when I came back down, my sister was different, and she was quiet, more quieter than she'd ever been with me,
crying
all the time and just acting really strange.
How's your name spelled?
Renee Phillips.
Do you have anything to say?
I'm speechless. All of this stuff I'm finding out is crazy. I mean, lying on your mom's death, touching on folks while they minors ain't good at all. I don't see how anybody can lie on their mom's death. Saying she was murdered and raped, she ends up dying from liver disease.
autopsy.
It's real
proven.
disturbing.
The legal documents are there. The Dallas Morning News, they have the article. These are not allegations.
Your mom's
It's the truth.
Everything is
strength
100%.
to come forward.
Everything is 100% true. And it takes a very strong woman to get out here and speak on a preacher that's big time, well-known name in Dallas. It takes a very strong, brave woman to stand out here and protest that in front of his church, with folks coming out here yelling out their cars and saying all types of stuff.
It's worth it.
Is it surprising to hear what your mom went through?
Yeah, very surprising. I just found out not too long ago. Like, it's very disturbing, man. And all the extra stuff that I'm finding out is, I don't see how anybody can lie on their mom's death. That should tell everybody something's wrong with this man.
Yeah. And write books and publish it. Because
my son that's in prison, my youngest son that he also abused in many ways, he wrote me a letter, and that's what gave me the strength. And how my son here today gives me the strength to be able to stand up against our abuser. He's our abuser. And he told me he was proud of me and he appreciates me. And I had to ask my son to forgive me for dropping the ball. That was tough because I didn't know that I left that door open the way I did. And all of these people with stories, I just feel really, really, I know it's not, I didn't do it to them, but it's just that I feel like I should have spoken out sooner, and it's never too late to speak out. So I'm here today doing what I believe is right, doing the right thing. It's just the right thing because there's too many stories. And it's not right, and it has to stop. It has to end.
And we need y'all to understand that this is somebody we used to trust and somebody we used to love. Yeah. So just imagine how hard that is. For us. How powerful he is. He thought he broke up a family. And they standing strong together. But I'm just letting you know, that's how much we trust him.
A lot of people are saying, well, he does a lot of good things. He does. It's not about the good things. We know that. It's not. This does not equate to the evil and the predatory behavior
and the
that
thing
he's displaying.
Is that, you know, when you're a member, like I can't be mad at the members for driving in church today. I can't be upset with them because that was me once upon a time. Once upon a time, I wouldn't hear anything bad against this man because I felt like he was good to me. You know? So my son, and that's why I left the door open for them to be hurt because of how good he was to their mom. So I can't be upset with them because most of them may not know, but there was something called the prayer posse and the bomb squad. And when this church was empty, the grounds of this church was a field. I'm learning that he had kids out here cutting grass with scissors. I'm hearing that he had kids walking in this grass and their feet and their hands were bleeding. Bleeding, and he knew them. He knew what they were doing, and he just told them whatever. He beat kids in front of other kids, some possibly nude. I never saw my children nude when they were teenagers, so he sure as hell did not have the right to see my children nude.
We ended at 1 o'clock in the morning.
And I need friends of mine that still attend this church to see my face. Sister Donna Fields. Sister Donna Fields. I was here when I first started, when I got married, Sister Donna Bell. And I've gone through some things because he chose my friends for me. He chose my doctors for me, my dentist. He chose the salon I worked at. I used to have a salon in Pleasant Grove, and he moved me to a salon right here in front of this little building. He moved me to a salon called Skills. He called the owner and talked to the owner. She knows that she spoke to him. He talked to the owner and he told the owner about me coming to work there because he wanted to keep me in this bubble. But one day, I got out. I got out because being around him, there were things that I saw that were uncomfortable, and how he treated other people. It wasn't he was mistreating me. I didn't like the way he treated other people. And I'm an all-inclusive type person. I'm a Christian, so if you let me leave church early, but you take all the other let all the other choir members stay in church, and their kids are there all day. We would be there all day. Sometimes we have service 1, 2 in the morning. People don't know. But he let me go out, and in a group of us that he chose, he would pay for us to go have meals and out of town, and we did all kinds of stuff on what now is, you know, it's the church tithes and offering. That's wrong.
That's wrong.
And they need to know if they don't know. That's wrong.
Well, thank you, Rickie Rush, for one thing, for letting Miss Donna be my mentor, because she gave me the courage to speak out and speak my truth. So I thank you for that one thing right there. Seriously. Because if I would have never seen you drop on the news, I would have still been at home quiet.
And it takes a lot of courage to come out. This is not a pretty story.
Black and you proud.
But what we're asking for today is for this pastor, Pastor Rickie Rush of the Inspiring Body of Christ Church, to sit down.
There is an
Sit
investigation.
down. There is an investigation, and I know you've known about it. This is not a surprise, but you are currently being investigated, and he needs to be held accountable and not have a platform with all these allegations going forward, and not be set down.
There are right now. There are other people that are men now that remember being in the prayer posse, remember being in the bomb squad that he also abused. They're here today, and they're standing up with us. And this is a community thing that it's going to take a lot of us to show him, because that was Monday. It was some of them out here, and he made a statement or whatever. Somebody made a statement on his behalf, and what he said was, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stop that for a few disgruntled old members or whatever. He said something like that. Well, you know, it's not just a few of us today.
It's more.
We've grown, and we're going to keep growing, because enough is enough and time is up. Thank you.
Awesome. I got here on the plane. Can you give us explaining what's going on?
We are I am Donna Fields. I am at the Inspiring Body of Christ Church with my son, Stephen Fields, and my sister, Renee Phillips, and Ebony back here, and several other supporters that have joined us. Some of which were abused, victimized sexually and physically by Rickie Rush, and spiritually, emotionally, all of that abuse. And we are asking and demanding that the church support us in holding their pastor accountable and telling him to sit down. There is an open investigation going on, and he should not be able to stand in the pulpit and preach when there is an open investigation going on with these type of allegations. He has a school, and he's around kids on a regular basis. And they're not safe. They're not safe, because what he's doing is he's grooming and he's manipulating the truth. Telling kids that, kids like my son thought that, well, your mom is, he thinks my mom goes to the church. My mom goes to the church, so why would I complain about this abuse that he's doing to me, to my mom? So he didn't say anything. And for years, it took 2018 for me to find out all of the details of what this man did, okay? And I learned that on my sister's Facebook page. She wrote her story on her Facebook page, and I read it. I finally connected with her because he had split us up. We weren't talking for over 20 years because he had lied, telling me that my sister was mentally ill, and I believed him. I even went and spoke to his wife at the time in 1998. I went and spoke to his wife, but he asked me, can you please talk to her? I went and spoke to her and told her that my sister is having some mental issues, there's some things going on, she's saying these things, but she did not kidnap his daughter. He lied and said that she had kidnapped Christian, his daughter. I learned that was a lie. So all those years I did not know the actual truth until I read it on Facebook. Connected with my sister, and then I learned from my sister that he had abused my youngest son. That's what she told me. So when I found that out, I immediately went to the police. and I informed the police of everything, you know, as much as I could. They were asking me about the abuse that he did with me. I never wanted to tell anybody because I did not want it to be a public display. I did not want to be, I didn't want this. But after I've learned over time the extensity of this issue and how serious it is, I had to come clean with what I'm embarrassed about. It's very embarrassing to air things that I know. This sexual abuse at 16 years old continued even into my adult years. So I need the church members to be aware and to know what this man has done and what he is still possibly doing to their children. And I can't hold them accountable and be upset with them. I'm not mad. We're not angry at them. We're just trying to enlighten them because I was blind and I was ignorant. We don't want them to say that they didn't know.
My quick question is there anything you want to say to any of the
I want to tell the members to hold their pastor accountable. If you question and you're challenging whether this is true or not, because you have to be real and ask yourself, is this the truth? First of all, he's a man, but there are so many stories. There's so many people that don't know each other. We would not be out here crying. You know, like these are, I mean, it's a lot going on out here today. It's been a very emotional. It's hard to be on the ground for me, knowing that my son is still hurt and in prison, one of them. So it's not easy for me to be here. But when my son told me he was proud, they know my son, 7-Up. He abused 7-Up. I've learned that. He abused 7-Up in many ways. And I want them to know that I now know what has happened. And I tried to go just to the police and deal with it just with the police. He's still up here preaching. That was 2018. It's 2020 and he's still preaching. I'm not going to keep being quiet. I'm not going to keep sitting back letting him make billboards saying that he's opening schools to close prisons when I know he's not closing prisons. Because there are things that he's done that he should face consequences that would put him in prison.
That's right.
So that's what I have to say to the church.
Sorry, people, sorry.
My first name is Donna, D-O-N-N-A, Fields, F-I-E-L-D-S.
Oh, sorry.
Standing with you. So we here now. Some more brothers is coming, all right? We want the sisters to know that, you know, brothers will stand with y'all what you're going through, you understand? We against that type of thing. All right, sis? My name is Captain Yashamar, by the way. It's nice to meet you, sis. No sweat, sis. No sweat.
That means a lot. You know, we have men that are hurting women and children. And we need men. We need y'all. We need y'all. Unfortunately, we have a lot of men that are strong, who are not strong enough to do this, and that have even told me, I've been threatened. I've been threatened to be silent, but I'm not going to bow down, and I believe that I knew that if I got out here, that y'all would hear us. Y'all would hear us. Thank you for hearing us.
We're here with y'all now. Most High in Christ.
Thank you.
Most High in Christ.
He said Donna needs to fire them. I don't know what that means. He's going beyond his job duty, and this is what you get. He tried to say something smart to her. He started it. He really did start it. He said to protest righteously. That's what the security said. He said, your mama raised you better than this. He went beyond his job duty to be saying that. He said Donna over here needs to fire her. I guess because she was talking to the car. He downplayed her being a victim. Which is weird because earlier he said he liked the signs and to talk to him after. He's confusing. No, he wasn't yelling. He was talking smart.
You talk to the ladies. Please talk to one of us. No, but talk to one of us. You can talk to one of us. You don't got to argue with one of them. Just talk to one of us like you.
You are grown man. And as a grown man, anytime I take orders, I do that. Get behind the line, get behind the cone.
All right, so we got you.
That's it.
All right.
Did y'all hear what he said? He said,
Yeah, he did say Donna needs to fire you. He was mad because she was standing by the car as a victim.
I'm a survivor. This don't got nothing to do with who working for who. I'm at her standing for Ebony too. Not just Donna Renee, for all of us. You see the words that he using?
Yeah, he did. I'm a witness. I'm a witness.
Fire me. Who is whose fault? Fire me.
Here it comes again.
This is not a Donna protest. This is a survivor protest. This is not an Ebony protest.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. We don't want none of these problems.
Donna, how you doing? Is that what's going on? Do that what Rickie Rush got y'all thinking? It's bigger than this. I cannot believe the choice of words he just chose.
He did egg on. He did do it because they were walking off and he made another statement. He's the one that made him turn around. I don't know who he is. He's frustrated, I guess, because DPD didn't show up. Oh, well, just when I said it, I must have intuition. I wonder if they're coming here. I just said it, y'all.
The law is this.
Nope, not for us.
No,
I got that. But you ain't got to explain.
So he was just threatening us then. Either that or they're just not showing up. Let me go across the street. Hang on. He's on the phone. Well, he was.
Baby, they got it. But I'm trying to let you know that I got you, and I'm not gonna let nothing happen to you. I know you.
This
got
is your
me.
baby?
This is my daughter.
You were a victim?
Me.
Oh, you standing with your mama. That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
You wouldn't even be alive if I was a victim. Say?
Please get off his grass.
But he gotta
Please get off his
You
grass.
cannot disrespect me like that.
Come on, baby girl, get off.
It's more than provoking.
But he don't want to say nothing. He don't want to say nothing to the men. He's saying stuff to our females. Let them handle it.
That's the way they do it.
That's exactly why I came over here. That's exactly why I came over here, because there had to be some men standing here.
If a man stand here, you gonna back off just like he in this court right now. You ain't gonna want to talk to one of us because one of us gonna have. Come on, bro.
He think he the only one with a head, though.
Nobody worry about no gun, bro.
You heard me? He is not the-
Got some more people coming across the street.
He ain't gonna walk out here. He gonna go in there. He gonna go in there.
Continue to say stay behind the
He gonna go in that tunnel under that building to go over here.
Yeah, that's right, Sweets. It is very peaceful. He just instigated a little bit, that's all. Yes, I'm the witness.
Got birds flying everywhere on the church ground. Come on now. No, like them real life goose on TV, and it's a pond behind that.
Don't be yelling at him and all that.
They're in prison, Katie. Katie Medina need more men in the homes, fathers. Well, they're either in state or federal, local jail. We'd have more. We'd have more fathers out here in the families if they weren't in prison.
Support the independent black news station. You understand what I'm saying? Support the independent black news stations and what they do, because they're on the ground to get you this information first. Make sure that you understand and realize this though. This is a type of Christianity that literally is a mental health condition among blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. You got to remember that the KKK are Christians, and the KKK burn crosses on your forefathers' lawns, and because black people are having an identity crisis, because so-called black people don't know who they are, they're just trying to be good Christian Americans. And all they've ever seen good Christian Americans do is rape, rob, and murder blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians and get away with it. Which is why they believe that the Christian pastor should be able to get away with raping, robbing, and murdering his congregation. You have to wake up from this mental sickness. And the beautiful thing about what Commander General Hunter is doing in the ISUPK is he putting the information out there to help you realize there's a real Christianity.
Right.
A true way to follow Christ if you're going to follow him. But you got to follow the real Christ, who wouldn't stand for a man molesting children and raping women.
That's right.
You understand? And support these independent black news stations who hit the ground first to get this information out to you. This is better than CNN.
That's
Because
right.
you'll see this same story 2 or 3 weeks from now, and it'll be all over the news. But the black independent news stations, what's the name of your...
Smash the topic breaking news.
Smash the topic breaking news. We thank the Most High for Smash the topic breaking news. Of course, Black Watch with Commander General Yohana.
That's right.
Make sure that you support these independent black-owned, you understand, independent news sources, and wake up from the mental health condition that is Christianity. Wake up from that and don't be under that slave mentality to think that it's okay to support wickedness just because somebody has labeled him as being a man of God. You understand what I'm telling you? This right here is this is a devil and a deceiver. He come with the same spirit of Satan. He telling you good things, but then when he gets you behind closed doors, he's doing evil and wicked things to you, man. And we just want to let that be known. We standing with our sisters. Men will stand with their sisters. And the ISUPK stands with our brothers and sisters in this truth, man. So Thawada to you, thank you, you know what I'm saying, Smash the Topic News. What is that, Smash the Topic News? All right, brother, shalom.
Smash the topic breaking news.
Smash the Topic breaking news.
Facebook.
Check
And
them out
Instagram.
on Facebook. Appreciate it. What's your name, sis?
Shanita Cleveland.
Shanita Cleveland.
Yes, very nice to meet you.
I'm Yashamar, Captain Yashamar of ISUPK.
Yeah,
Nice
nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. How y'all doing out there? Trying to keep you connected. The news. I do have my battery pack going, y'all, so hang on for me 1 second. Oh, they got another security guy. He's leaving.
places he would take me from Skyline High School on my lunch break.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you a victim?
I'm a victim. My name is Renee Phillips.
Oh, so you were hired by Donna too?
Hired. No,
I'm just saying.
you.
I'm just making sure that people understand.
Oh,
The word has been put out that you've been hired. That's what he said. Didn't he say something about Donna? Donna hired. Now tell your story.
So my story is that first and foremost, we're not hired. Hired to do what? What you created. You violated us.
That's what the security guy said. When she uses the word hire, the security guard yelled out, "Donna needs to fire y'all," as if Donna hired them to come out. Got some more men coming. Got some more people coming.
And then you started asking me to come to your office, and you sexually violated me on campus at Skyline.
Y'all make sure y'all share community news.
In the office on 830 South Buckner. You violated me over 9 months. I kept silent for 9 months.
So what do you mean by violated?
Sexually violated me. Sexually penetrated me. Sexually.
Wow.
And when you found out that I told people then, you flipped the script. My sister, you begged me not to tell her because you knew that you were plotting those malicious lies against me. But now those lies are no longer lies because she and I have connected every dot.
So Donna is your sister?
Donna is my half-sister.
Wow.
7 Up is my nephew. So therefore, that's why. Speaking up now because it should have stopped with her. It should have stopped with me. It should have stopped with my nephew. Having him naked, and Ebony, and all the others that are coming out.
Wow.
You do not get a pass for this. You hurt so many families. So that's what it's about. It's about now.
Now, can you tell us briefly of how mentally challenging this has been for you? And
it's been, when I was dealing with holding in his secret as a teenager, I was mentally disturbed. I couldn't sleep. I wasn't eating well. My hair was coming out. I couldn't get more than 1 or 2 sentences out because it was so exhausting. I was trying to share my story so much with so many people. You know, they were throwing the scriptures at me. Actually, most of them were saying, go and talk to him about it. I said, what do you do when your story is about your pastor? And then they would, I don't receive that. I don't believe that.
Touch not the man of God. Do my prophet no harm.
You're misappropriating the scripture. You need to be holding him accountable. But yes, I couldn't function. I quit my job. I quit college. I moved away. I didn't sleep well. It grew a wedge between my sister and I because she stayed and I left, and it's because he manipulated her against me to keep her truth from coming to me about what he did. What he did to her when she was 16. So that's why. And then in 2018 is when I've been writing a book called Small Giants Who Act and Praise on Amazon. And I was trying to write these for 8 years, maybe 10 years. I was hard to stop because it's very difficult.
I told y'all he was counting sleep, not the security. Baby, he was counting. I'll be on phone with my dad. Right.
Oh, really?
So I can help. And so
All right, I'm gonna get a donut, y'all.
I do that same thing when I'm doing security too, just to make y'all act right.
Say it again. No. They can't see you. You're eating. She's eating a donut. I'm about to grab one too. Let me just unplug for a second. Thank y'all for tuning in with your girl Shanita. I'm about to get a donut, y'all. I gotta get some energy.
How y'all doing? Good to see y'all. So crappy. Your mother believed you. Y'all do my sweats. I'm sorry. My mother approached him.
How long y'all been out here?
Girl, I was asleep at 7:30.
I know.
I just got up to put some clothes on.
A community member brought some donuts. I haven't had anything to eat yet.
Girl, eat that donut. Y'all ain't finna be in this.
The God of your life. Well, thank you.
This went on for many years. Like what's many years? A decade? 15 years?
I wanted to talk about. It's your private, personal business. He's nobody that I would be proud to say that I'm, we got something going. It's actually, it makes me, I feel, look a little bad sleeping with somebody like him. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just being 100, okay? Yes, he has money, he has all these different things, but I never saw him for his money. He was just like if you have a dad that's a superstar one day and then everybody's shouting their praises, you just see him as dad, So I just saw him as Mr. Rush. And I still see him as Mr. Rush. Still to this day. I don't see all of this. He called me in overnight, come up here. When the church was built, I walked this church, and before anybody else could go in there, I was in there with him. Wasn't supposed to be. Inappropriate. So, the family knows me. The family, unfortunately, that was the hard part because his daughter loves me. She's probably very hurt right now. She embarrassing my daddy or she, whatever she's saying, I don't know. I hate that, but I had to put that to the side and say, what about all these other kids? What about my babies? What about these other babies? Some of them, their moms and their parents didn't believe them. But they know Sister Donna. Their parents know Sister Donna. Their parents know Sister Donna ain't just gonna be out there for nothing. I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't waste my time. I get paid for it. I'm a hairstylist, so I'm a businesswoman. I don't do this kind of stuff, but he's hurt too many people and it's happening too long, and I just feel like enough is enough, and I don't know, I just want to be a voice so that people can't say that they didn't know, because I can say I didn't know. I really didn't know what he did, what he was doing to all these other people. I didn't know. And now I know I'm accountable for what I know. And so since I'm accountable for what I know, I'm fixing to be in his ass. I'm going to be in his ass and I'm going to hold him to it. I would love for him to come out here, look me in my face and say he didn't do it. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. He ain't going to look at me. I want him to do that. I would love for him to. I'm saying that right now, but knowing what he did to my son that's locked up, it probably wouldn't be a good ending. I ain't gonna say anything. It's under investigation, but it did. I will tell you that the abuses were considered. I ain't gonna say all that. I can't say that. I gotta let my son do that. I gotta let he's a man. I gotta let him do that. I gotta let him do that. Enough to have me out here. How about that? He did enough to have me out here.
Well, he did enough to have us out here. The Lord is against us. He sent us out here. So the Lord is definitely. Can I ask you what your son is for?
One moment. All right, make sure y'all share. Smash the topic. Thank you, Smashers and Smash Squad, Smashettes, for tuning in. I'm going to stay with you as long as I can. Keep you connected to what's going on in the community. This guy's turning around. He's a member. She called out his name specifically. Looks like he's thinking about it. He's calling the security guy over. He's over there. The guy turned around. You gotta speak up.
Any members that still go to this church or have kids in this church, y'all please go home and sit down and talk to y'all kids and ask them questions with an open ear so that you can really hear them. Please, all members and former members of this church, please sit down and talk to your kids and ask them have any type of experience, abuse, or sexual abuse, physical abuse at this church. Thank you.
Get behind the cone.
No, it's called crying. Why would you say she looks high? That's ridiculous. Come on.
What, this building right here?
Yes, this is his other church. This is the one he had before he
Exactly. Thank you, Wilburn, Latanya. Why would someone say that? He just said it to be saying it. It's called Her Eyes Are Red because she's been crying. Have you been paying attention to the live? More people are coming over there. First time seeing them. Over there in that truck.
Good fight on it. All the way in Miami. Come on, man. You ain't did nothing to this community. For this community. You been a good
Nobody ever knocked on your door. No food for Christmas and the holidays? Oh no, yeah, he do.
This is house and this is amusement park.
Oh, Kristen! Where her baby is? She got a baby?
You get a $10.99 here for your tithes every month. You get a tax document every month.
Faith know the tea.
Never went to IBOC.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Bro, what type of shit is this? Hey, what you doing, bro? What's going on?
Pray and ask God to reveal
That's
the
not
truth.
that's not godly, bro. You going in there like that? It's not godly, bro. You not trying to be more godly. I know it, yo.
Y'all get back.
That's not godly either. You pull up in a candy body. With the top down. With 26 on the 20 hours on the house.
I can't lie to him about ride though, son. Hey, I'm having an old lady. I'm gonna be in the back. Yeah, right. They gonna listen to that. B gonna come up.
Anybody else over here gonna fix these days? Anybody over here gonna fix these days?
Has anybody watched the service online today here? Did anybody catch the service? Because I don't know if Pastor Rush is here today. I don't know if someone saw if he was preaching or if it was a visiting pastor. Did anyone see the church service? Can you tell me what the sermon was about? Did anyone see the service today? Online. It was very empty. He wasn't preaching. So he wasn't at the church today? Is that what you're saying? But was he there? Thank you. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, let me plug back up, y'all. Hang on for me 1 second. How y'all doing? Battery pack. Yeah, thank you so much. Hang on, y'all. Hopefully everybody's doing great. Oops, sorry. All right, let me get hooked back up, y'all. Okay, 75%. Hang on. I'm trying to keep you all connected. Thank you, Smash. Send Smash some hearts for keeping you connected in the community. Hold on one second. People are leaving service.
Pray and ask God to show you the truth. Just pray.
Oh, he's up teaching right now? Christy Miller said Pastor Rickie Rush is teaching right now. What is the sermon about? What is the topic of the sermon? Oh, they blocked the comments on the IBOC Live. Yeah, they just said, someone just said they blocked the comments on the IBOC. I'm sure, so that nobody can make comments. Yeah, it makes sense. He's up preaching now. Hey, does anybody have the he's on Facebook. I mean, he's preaching right now. He's preaching right now.
I don't know. Somebody.
Oh, he probably preached against the righteous being out here in this country.
Wait, hold on, say it again.
Well, I heard Monday night he said he was going through a Job experience. And the thing is that God is the one that...
Oh, the sermon says watch your mouth.
Okay. Well, he needs to watch his actions. Actions. He said he was going through a Job experience. And the difference between him and Job is that Job was innocent. Job hadn't done anything. So that's the real sermon. I can preach a sermon. Okay? The real sermon is that Job did not do anything. And God gave Job double for his trouble. When you do things and hide your hands, and the spotlight comes on you, you can't manipulate the truth. Because the truth does not have to be defended. The truth just has to be spoken and stood on, and that's what we're here to do. And see, what he's doing, saying watch your mouth, he's really telling the congregation. That ain't to us.
It's a spin control.
It's a manipulation tactic that he uses by telling them, because he'll tell you, people that leave this church that talk bad.
Oh, he's saying that the enemy is attacking.
He'll say things like that.
He's saying that this guy, let me see, who is this? Kim Coleman said he's saying that the enemy is attacking.
Okay, so the enemy, who's the enemy? Which enemy? His inner me? His inner me is attacking him. That's why he's been sick and going through all these things for many years. He knows I know his personal business. Things that I should not know. Things that only his wife should know. He knows I know those things. And I would like for him to look at me and tell me that I'm lying. I would love for him to address me. Come here after church. How about that? Don't go through your private parking. Come up here in front and just pull over and talk to me the same way you did on Flavor TV when I would go to K104 with you and do your segments. How about you come and talk to me today? We got a lot we can talk about. I need you to answer why did you do the things that you did to my son? I want to talk to you.
We all want to hear from him. All of them want to hear. We want to hear from you in a public setting. Not hush money.
That's the least thing.
Not calling someone else on your behalf to speak on your behalf
because you never did that before. Why all of a sudden with this situation you want to call somebody else to speak on your behalf? Why is that? All of a sudden you want somebody with this particular situation, you want to get somebody else to talk to you. You've never done that before. You know I know your actions. You know I know your ways and your patterns. You didn't know. You weren't expecting this to happen. You were not expecting me and my sister to get together.
Never thought it.
You never expected that, but here we are. We're going to wait for you to get out of church. How about that? How about when church get out?
Is that what you learned in church?
Oh, wow. It's okay. Wow. And he just left church. You know, you got your members just leaving church cussing and talking crazy. If we're so terrible, then they should be saying we're going to pray for you. But, you know, hey, we can use words too.
You learn. Those members there, I would say some of them they may not know, some of them do.
They know now. now.
But guess what? What
They
do you
know
do
now.
when you found out with these allegations? Where do you stand? Do you have to wait for your own family member to be violated by him? For you
No,
to
his
take
family.
action?
He has family members that have been violated by him.
So when is enough enough?
He already knows that.
When is enough enough? When is the hurting?
How about his family members go ahead and take a stand with us because you guys know the things that he has done in your family. You know things that he has a history of. Why don't you stand with us on this side and just tell him, hey, get some help. Just get some help. It's okay. His mom died when he was 10. I don't know what happened to him in his young years. I don't know. Sometimes people that have been abused abuse people. So maybe he was abused. I don't know, but I do know what he has done. And I do know that he needs to be held accountable, and his family, who should love him and not allow him to continue to embarrass himself and these innocent church members, because they're innocent in all of this. They're just going to get the word, just like I used to. I just wanted to go and get the word. I just wanted to love on the Lord. That's what I wanted. I didn't ask for what I'm going through. I didn't ask for what happened to me. My son didn't either, and my sister didn't either, and neither did any of these other abused victims of Rickie Rush in his hands. So no.
I think someone said that the comments are not blocked on the page. The comments are not blocked. Not. We have another news outlet here. I've lost all track of time. What time is it, people? 11:30. Wow.
Good morning.
Wow, wow. I've been on the ground for y'all since about 7:20. Smash the Topic breaking news reporting live in the community. We've got some additional community members walking up. Donna.
No. In your car, I walk. So I can get my snack.
Donna, someone asked a question. Donna, why did you go to his church after he abused you?
So when I was 16 years old and he sexually abused me, I did not call it sexual abuse at the time. At the time, I was pregnant and I was vulnerable because my son's, father, he was going through things. He wasn't ready to admit he was a father, so I was alone. My parents did not talk to me. I lost friends and everybody else. And Rush took me under his wing. I was in his class from 9th grade. And he took me under his wing and he gave me freedom. He gave me what I felt like a comfortable place of refuge and a safety zone. And I trusted him that he was going to look out for me because he told me, he said, will you forgive me? I forgave him for what he did. I was a Christian girl when he had his private parts inside of me. Okay? I was 16. I wasn't in love with him. But I did care for him. And I did know I was in love with my son's father who wasn't ready to be a dad. He's a good dad now, but it wasn't like that then. So I remained under his care all those years thinking I was the only one that happened to. I didn't know there were many others until 2018. Okay? Nobody ever came to me telling me what he did to them until I personally spoke out about it on my Facebook post in 2018. And after I read my sister and found out that he also had abused my son. So that's why I stayed around him all those years. You saw me at the church, praising and loving on God and all that kind of stuff because I thought I was the only one. That's why I'm speaking out today because I learned I wasn't the only one, and I believe there are some people in there, some people he's victimizing that think that they're abusing. And you're not. And you need to know that he's done this to many others. He has open cases of sexual and physical abuse, several, that he needs to deal with. So that's why I stay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
He came Monday.
Hey, Donna.
Wow, he was here Monday.
God bless bless you, Walter. Yeah, Walter reached out to me on Facebook, and he showed there's somebody has a picture floating around about me. It has a picture of me and Rush. My arm is around Rush like this, and Rush's hand is in his pocket, and our dentist actually was on this picture. And so the church members are posting my picture, saying, what are they saying? Because he was siding with Rush at one point.
Basically, well, here's the deal. Anytime you hear something, you've always been taught don't take things at face value.
This is a church member, present.
You don't take things at face value.
He's a present church member, guys.
So what you have to do, people, is you have to step back and you have to just listen. Because sometimes we do a whole lot of this and we don't listen. And then you got to look at then you got to listen over it and over it and over. If people are lying, there wouldn't be so much, when people lie, there's not a lot of specifics. There's things that are missing. They are consistent in their story. Consistent. So basically what it is there's a picture or a photograph of her saying that if you are against, or if he did something to you, why is your arm around him in the picture? So if someone abused you, why are you showing support? What they don't understand is that's somehow to the point to where sometimes, you just get caught up. And you support the ministry, but in the back of your mind, you're like, you don't feel right, but you just kind of have second thoughts about things.
So do you still go to the church now? Are you a current member?
I am a member. If he was to step down, I don't mind staying. But right now, I'm looking for a new church home, and I'm thinking about going to either Golden Gate, which is where I used to go to, maybe New Hope, because they have a new ministry, or Greater Golden. There's a lot of things, but what's right is right, is wrong. These ladies are telling their story because this is the truth. Why would they be lying and be out here wasting their time? You don't think they'd rather be with their families? You don't think they'd rather be in the church? You don't think they'd rather be at a football game or doing something other than being here? Anytime you put yourself out there, now you gotta make a stand. Why run a race? Why run a race to lose? Why be out here and put yourself out there if it's a lie? Because you're going down if it is. We gotta make a stand, folks. God is always for the people and to stand with us right. Jesus loves all, but you have to hold people accountable, and you cannot just let anybody and everybody preach the word of God and then do something that goes against what God stands for. You can't do that. Figure it out.
Who are you with? No, I'm talking to you. Oh, that's Morning News. 4 of them. We're going to stay live for about until he kicks us off. I know second service will probably be over about noontime, so I'll stay connected with you all. I do have y'all charging on my battery pack, so I've learned a lesson from Chicago. Sorry, y'all. Another call coming through. Sorry, another phone call. You're so welcome, Kathy G. My pleasure. Anything for the community. Oh, he's preaching, watch your mouth. Yeah, someone said that earlier. Thank you for updating us again. They decided to keep going. They were going to turn in. How y'all doing today? Y'all got errands to run? A very busy day? Any football y'all are watching? Thank y'all for tuning in. Please share. There are 2 videos. There are 2 parts to this. Please be sure to go back and watch the first one if you're just now tuning in on this second live. Could y'all let Monique Matos know what's going on? She just posted, said what's going on. Someone can let her know. Yes, the weather is beautiful in Dallas, Texas today. Looks like church, some people are leaving early. I mean, I don't know if they're still preaching or not, but second service should be ending soon. Yes, Channel 8 was here earlier. Oh wow, Tammy Renee Bautista says he is talking about traitors in the church. Oh wow. I think I did pin what's going on. Look, there is a pin down there, y'all. Can someone direct her to the pin on what's going on? Thank you, Princess. Yes, he is still preaching. Okay, thank you, Tammy. Well,
I don't support evil. I don't support people taking advantage.
Amen.
it is what it is. Why be out here if it ain't real? Wouldn't you rather be with your family? Wouldn't you rather be watching Dallas Cowboys? You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, sure.
Wouldn't you rather be in church? Wouldn't you rather be, you know, on vacation doing something? You believe what you know.
Your pastor has an open sexual abuse and physical abuse case, and you need to hold your pastor. You need so he knows. He already knows. I hope he ain't your pastor.
Yes, it does.
Action, but you have
Yes,
to take
we have.
action.
Yes, we
It's
have.
more than just prayer, baby. Faith without works is dead. 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 That's spiritual manipulation. Be quiet.
Robin Reed, they're blocking folks who's speaking up on his live fast. Oh wow. Can somebody tell Pumpkin why they're protesting? Pumpkin, someone's gonna get to you and tell you why they're out here protesting. Well, I don't. Well, yeah, it's a protest, sort of, or just speaking out. Can someone, Pumpkin has just asked again what's going on. We're at IBOC Church here in Dallas, Texas. Victims of alleged sexual assault and abuse, physical, mental, emotional, physical. And they're here speaking out. They've been here since the first service started at 7:30. And we're still here as second service is getting ready to let out. This is part 2. This is the second video.
There's nothing in the streets. When you have a good woman that you can come home to, it's just a helpmate like God said.
Please cover a protest at University of Texas Arlington. When are they having it? You have to inbox Smash and let us know when they're having one, and we definitely will consider being there. Let us know, UT Arlington. Oh, the pastor, Sharon Morehouse said, the pastor just said, keep your mouth closed. Interesting. Shantae Rush says he is really indirectly preaching a whole sermon about this situation. They said he's preaching about what's out here. Indirectly. Indirectly. I don't know. You have to go online. They say he's online now. Well, he did say, Deshante said that he told them to keep their mouth shut.
Was he from years ago? I don't know.
Right there. Sharon Morehouse. Thank y'all for keeping us up on what's happening in the sermon. Yeah, BU, that's exactly right. And many different things, just in general, when it comes to African American. I believe it really stems from slavery. It's the same thing, it's no different. Ronald Chappell said that's not what his sermon is about. He's over there in that corner. He said the enemy is trying to take his faith. Now, you can't let anybody take your faith, that's for sure. You can't let the outside circumstances control you.
Okay, so here's the deal. Ma'am, what's your name?
Ashlyn Boyd, he indirectly preaching.
What's your name?
Shanita Cleveland.
Right, this guy, whoever. If I was, no, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. I don't mean that. I'm sorry.
It's true. Who is that said that? Raquib, Wally. It's true. Oh, is that UT Arlington you said has been protesting every Saturday? Who is this? Braylon Harris, is that what you're saying? Let us know, you gotta let us know. Smash the topic, breaking news, you gotta reach out to him. He'll get someone on the scene. The sermon is called Watch Your Mouth. Thank you, Jalen. They removed all your comments? Wow. Oh, that's him.
That's the sermon.
What's your mouth? He did my step down until the investigation is over.
That's nice. Are you a member? No, for sure not. No, that's not what we're about. Okay, Braylon Harris, we'll have to change that.
It's Shannon. You know me? Hey, honey. He needs to be. He did my son like that, and I had no idea. I had no idea, Sister Deborah.
He needs to step down. We didn't hear his stories. They keep coming in, and you need to. You know him. Just ask him to be accountable. Just step down until after this investigation. Pray for him.
I love you.
Step down.
The word is good, but that ain't. All right.
No, they knew her. They were just talking to her. They weren't harassing her. Apparently, both of them know that young lady. Someone said, what did he do to 7-Up?
It's an open investigation.
Oh, it's an ongoing open investigation, and so they cannot speak on it. They cannot, Tierra Reagan.
That's just one case. There's several cases.
Okay, they can't speak on it because 7-Up is just one of several open cases right now, active, and she said they can't speak on it. Sorry, Tierra Reagan. Hopefully that helps you. Monica Mason, I'm so sorry. I didn't see your question. These things roll pretty quick, you know. Sometimes I have to scroll back. Make sure y'all share, so smash some love. She loves you, Smash. Okay.
You see me? Let's go. Let's go, okay? Why am I even on it?
Yeah, the guy on the motorcycle.
Oh, they probably, just the type of members that they probably are when they in the
Thank you,
house,
Kathy G. I sure appreciate you.
but outside of the house, they are wondering and talking about it too. They are. I love it. Come on, Kings. I love it. Yeah, but that's how he, you know, that's how he have his, he control a lot of his members and stuff. I love it.
Because the guy on the motorcycle said, I got something for you. So they didn't know what that meant, I guess. So they just went to arm themselves.
Because it is
No, he just said, I have a surprise for you. So they went and he drove off and said, I have a surprise for you. He told them to hit him. I don't know why I went there.
I wish I could find them, man, but I can't find them.
Yeah, he said that too. He did say, if you hit me. No, he actually told him to hit him. He didn't say if. He asked him to hit him.
All of us have come a long way from stuff. But don't lie. Because you know he preaches about protection about women and guys and not being gay or this kind of shit. You know, I mean, if you know everybody, you know.
Get out of this church, Maisha, if you still there.
No, it's okay. There's too much smoke. Too many red flags.
I love Pastor. I looked at him as a father. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why would you look at him as a father? Why would you work for He wasn't here. Why?
I got grandkids I could be spending the day with. I usually spend Sundays with my grandbaby. Everybody knows.
Hey, that would be nice, Ivan. Give us some lunch. If anybody has a spare veggie burger and some garlic fries, let me know. I don't know, Lynn Brooks. There are 3 here. Yes, Paula Star, I am the lady with the stand. Are you watching me? Where are you? You have more people coming. Hey, Genevieve Jones, Geneva Jones. I said the same thing. I actually was just saying that the security guard has been confusing me most of the day. He's got mixed emotions. So I'm glad it's not just me. Yeah, that's right. Giving them a chance, it's representing, giving them a chance to, for people to hear their voice, that's all. Oh, Joyce Ferguson, I'm here parked. I don't think he was going to do anything for sure. I just don't. You know, sometimes people just misunderstand.
And I come here to stand with her. She reached out to me on Friday to be able to help her. I want to let individuals know that if this is a house of God, this church does not belong to Pastor Rush. It belongs to members and it belongs to those who need salvation. So to have security here,
We will be safe, Don.
trying to block individuals from not coming in, it's just not of God. And what he's trying to do is cover up, and he needs to come clean. Pastor Rush, you need to come clean. I did a Facebook Live 2 years ago when a young lady reached out to me. And so you need to be held accountable for your actions. You need to be held accountable for your actions. More are going to come out, and you need to be held accountable. You need to be held accountable. What I would like to do is set up a meeting with you, with these young ladies, everybody who's had allegations. I want to set up a meeting with you, like we did the last time, so that you can come clean. You need to get you some help, and you need to be held accountable, because you're supposed to lead the congregation in biblical principles. And so what's going on right now, you're using your own security to block these individuals from going into your church parking lot. And it's okay.
Can I talk to the people one time? Smash the topic. Can I talk to them one time?
Gotta talk loud.
So the Christians just came out here, brother, on a motorcycle, threatening to pull a gun on us. Now we out here peacefully protesting. He come out here telling people to watch their mouth, and his actions is he come out here and pretend like he's gonna pull a gun on us. Listen, this is ISUPK, and the beautiful thing about it is the weapons of our warfare aren't carnal. That's why we have men over us to make the decisions about how we should move. And big shout out to Captain Huntham Yard. But understand and know this, if you violate, we will demonstrate. You better understand and know who we are. We out here peacefully protesting. This can turn into something else. We're not no Christians who gonna follow behind a pedophile rapist. You understand what we believe in? Thou shalt surely be put to death. That's what the Bible says. The Bible says thou shalt surely be put to death. It say something else, sis. The scriptures say thou shalt surely be put to death. You understand what I'm telling you? You running around here touching on, if a man lay with a man the same way he do a woman, the scriptures say thou shalt surely be put to death. So if you believe in the Bible, what are you really talking about? Then the members of your congregation is showing the true essence of Christianity, which is violence. It's been violence for our people since we've come over here to this country. You gonna come up here and tell me you got a surprise and then reach for a pistol and expect to be all right? Understand and know this. We ain't looking for no trouble, but we ain't turning none down either. We are here to protest peacefully. If you turn this into something else, we'll fill this whole block up with uppercut. Straight up. And we'll do it in the name of Christ. We'll do it in the name of Jesus Christ, who said, go sell your purse and go get a sword. That's what Christ said. Luke 19:27, Christ said, but those mine enemies, which were not that I should rule over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Well, if you molesting little girls and little boys in the church, you an enemy of Christ. You're not a friend of God's. And your members represent you. Your member come out here and they come out here in the same spirit you in. A violent spirit threatening to pull a gun on brothers out here peacefully protesting. Come on, man. That's nonsense. Now, if you was to reach in there and we was to demonstrate, if they do something to us, then they known for it. If we do something to them, then we wrong for it. Come out here and try us if you want to, man. It's peaceful right now. You talking about watch your mouth. Watch what you do and watch what your members do. For this turn into something else. You understand what I'm saying? It's peaceful. Don't turn it into nothing else. Come out here and address your accusers, man. Straight up. I just need to talk to you one-on-one.
He needs to be exposed.
I need to talk to him because
you need to be exposed.
Okay, when I get off work, you're not going to.
He works for Pastor Rush.
Yeah, but I've been through that too. Me too. Yeah, it started in elementary reaching I wasn't
No, they put the guns away. The guns are gone. There are no guns.
He wore a badge and a gun license. He got a commission license. I got a commission license. He works for Pastor Rush. He works for Pastor Rickie Rush. Pastor Rickie Rush has his own security team that he hires, which nothing is wrong with that. But the individual feels like because he has a badge and a gun and he's licensed by the state as security, that he can abuse his authority by being disrespectful. And it should not be that way.
I think he's just a security guard.
He's a security guard.
He's an armed security guard. That's all he is.
That's right, Jess Ford. Please share. Smash the topic, breaking news, community journalism. There are 2 videos. This is part 2. Could you start over and tell them what's tomorrow?
tomorrow there's a church service, and it's we need everyone to come out here at 6 o'clock tomorrow night in the evening. For every service, we want to have people out here. We want to change to influence the minds of these people who are coming in here and don't understand what this pastor has done. Since I've been standing here today, standing on that median, I had 6 males who turned away from this church and went a different way until the situation is going to be fixed. And it'll be fixed in the court. If it's not good enough for you in the court, then why don't you read into the Bible what it says and put on the full armor, because we need the full armor out here, because it's not Black Lives Matter. Right now it's Black women's lives matter, because they are the backbone of this church. We need everyone. We want men out here to show that these queens really are the queens that you say that they are, and support them. We need you to stand here. So tomorrow, no violence. We come in peace, but we come with the Spirit of God in our hearts, and we need to wrap our arms around each other, put a hedge around each other, and come out here. Slap. Support local artists, please. That's a foundation that is supporting so many young Black children and churches. And then we have Women Called Moses who will be out here because they support domestic violence, and through the domestic violence, this is just another form of it. So we are coming together not only as Dallas, not only as Duncanville, not only as DeSoto, not from everywhere. We're coming here not against this security guard or anything else. We're coming against what is wrong. Come tomorrow, 6 p.m. Yeah, there you go.
He made a proposition that what he was going to do when he had surgery on Red, that they would didn't have to be sexual. And so, even on the Facebook Live, he told me that allegations has been about him. Everybody's making allegations against me. This is on Facebook Live. I can really go on those sites, like in 2018, it was a Facebook Live, and then Rush kept calling me. I got even some of the voice messages saying that Pastor Rush left.
She's with Donna and Ebony and the rest of the ladies. She was here with them when they first got here. No, she's been here since this morning, since about 7:15. I think she helped bring the signs. She is with them. She didn't just show up.
I didn't give my consent. I didn't tell Pastor Rush he could spank my son. I didn't give him permission. He never told me. But I believe my son. 8 years later, I believe my son. I was a member. I was a member. I was a member. I know the church. I know the climate. I know his ministers. Ask him. You're going to be held accountable. This is all on Facebook. You are going to be held accountable for what you didn't say, what you protected.
But who is she? They're asking, who are you? You gotta speak up.
Hi. I haven't. This is my first time kind of coming out. Really. My name is Shannon, and some may recognize me. I was a member of the church. I'm also a member of the media, and this is very hard for me, but it's necessary, and it's not hard for me to protect my son, put it that way. The word of God will always be, please people know, the word that Pastor Rush preaches is the word of God. However, it's the man part that you have to really make reckons with and make him hold accountable for. My son didn't tell me what happened to him. I didn't consent. You asked the question why? I let him go with another pastor or minister in to speak to my son when he was 7 years old. He didn't know any better. He was supposed to just talk to him. But 8 years later, I found out
that he paddled my son, and he paddled him with his pants down, and that's not okay. Yes, hi, you know me, y'all. Some of y'all know me, and so I had to stand with these ladies. I had to stand for what's right, but I stand for my son because I believe my son. And when we believe our children, whether we as parents or not, did or didn't do, that's one thing. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is, did he do it? Like I said, I've been a member of the church. I'm a member of the media. Y'all know, some of y'all know me, some of you don't. But this is my first time coming out.
Integrity.
My integrity. And I want to see Pastor Rush in heaven. I want to see everybody in heaven. I want to see him. But you have to be accountable for what you did and what you're doing. And that's all I'm saying. I'm standing for that right. And I'm standing for my son. Because at the end of the day, if it was your son, if it was on your street, you would want the same respect. I don't want to see anybody hurt. I don't want to see anybody not go to heaven, especially him. But you have to be accountable for what you do. And that's what that is. And so I'm out here and I'm supporting everybody. I'm supporting those that haven't come forward. And just know the media doesn't print anything that's not true. I mean, there's fake news. Like Donald Trump says, there's fake news. But we know the integrity of the Dallas Morning News. Hi, Deshay.
Yeah, that could probably be. I know that could probably be disputed a little bit about the integrity of the Dallas Morning News. So some people.
Hi, Deshay. That's me. Yes. This is my first time speaking about my story. So some of you know me from...
You heard it here first on Smash the Topic.
From those radio stations, but yes.
Wow. There you have it, people. All right, hold on.
And so he goes, well, I was getting white chicks in my
There and there is. Can anybody tell me what's going on in the service? Is it all nearly over?
Because he don't want them to know what's going on. But that's why we're out here.
Crazy, Pastor.
They don't have to see it on social media.
That's crazy, Pastor.
They don't have to see it on social media. We're gonna be right here in their faces so they can see it. You tell me God told you to do that sermon. Is that what the Lord said?
Yeah,
No, that's what your emotions told you to do. That's what your fear told you to do. Because you know when the truth is exposed, people are enlightened about you. That's why he doesn't want anybody talking. I'm gonna stand out here. A great relationship with God. They gonna see it. I want this service to leave.
Yeah, I came up in the era where we got licks too with the paddle.
They gonna see my
But we didn't have to take our clothes off, that's for sure. But we did have to bend over and touch our toes. But hey, it did me good though. At least the person that was giving it to me, she had love. It was true love. Service is over, we online. No, there's still cars here. There's still people here. Maybe that's the choir and... Yeah, that's Kiki.
I mean, that's cloud chasers. I ain't have to be no cloud chasers. Yeah. Okay.
Make sure y'all share. Shanita Cleveland reporting the news in the community. Smash the topic breaking news. Show Smash some love. Hit his Cash App. $ Bread Caesar. Like bread as in dough, as in money. Hit his Cash App. Show some love. He's had y'all connected all morning. You won't even see this on the news. But I never had to drop my pants or raise my shirt, that's for sure. I'd have been like, I think I need to call my mother. Y'all please fill Good Girl Powell in. She's saying what's going on. She's just logging on. We love you too, Arlethea Crosby. Oh, he's preaching right now? Okay. That's a long sermon. Let me get out the road. Ronley Shell is asking for y'all to fill her. 7 is asking her to be filled in. If y'all could just fill her in, please. Thank you too for keeping us up on the Cowboys score, 7-7. Okay, thank you, Christy Miller. I appreciate it. Looks like more cars are leaving. Must be getting close to time. You know, most people dip out right before to beat the traffic. I see the bus moving forward down there, I guess to go and pick people up and take them to their vehicles for those parked far out or for the elderly. So we got a little bit more action. It looks like it's about to let me out. Once the majority of them are out, I'm going to log off. Thank you all so much for riding with us all morning long. Tune in to Channel 8. The story will be aired on Channel 8, and Dallas Morning News is doing a story as well. Their writers are out here. They've been out here all morning. So it's probably going to be a lengthy story. They've got a lot of material.
He abused
Oh, they're doing the offering. Thank you. Thank you for keeping us updated.
Please ask him.
You're welcome, Kathy G.
My son.
I've been here.
The community called for
I
us.
used to go to this church and
didn't
just
tell me for
learned that
8
he
years.
abused my son. Hold your pastor accountable. He has an open investigation for physical and sexual abuse.
No idea.
Check it out. Hold him accountable.
Some of them know.
And this is, they know it's right. They know we just not gonna be able. No, I ain't been here for years.
When I came to the young lady that said that, and I put him on Facebook Live, and he called my Facebook Live feed. I exposed him. He met with us. The young lady came to my office. She needed help with some rent.
Wow, he's still preaching?
And so she said that she's been a long time member. She's working in the sheriff department. So she came here. So she reached out to me because Pastor Rush said you're so beautiful. She's a single mother. So beautiful. And you smell good. And I want to help you. So she felt uncomfortable. So she reached out to me. We came here to IBOC. And I said, listen, I want to talk to you. And so I said, I'm on Facebook Live about allegations that she was making in church. This is 2 years ago. This is on Facebook. I'm going to pull it up. He called into my Facebook Live. We interviewed him. He told me that males and females are
He
making...
talked to you, but he won't talk to me.
Yes, he talked to me on Facebook Live.
So Rickie Rush talked to you 2 years ago about some allegations, but
Yes.
he won't talk to me, somebody that
Yes.
been here 20 plus years, because he won't talk to me because he knows me. He knows what he did. You knew I found out. So you never expected me to find out, but I have a whole sister here sitting
Yes,
telling
it's on
me
Facebook.
that you came out and you talked to her. But I want you to talk to me, and I want you to explain to me the details of what happened to my son. I already know what happened to my sister. We already know what happened with me. That went on for many years. From the time I was 16 to the time into my adult years. Come out here and talk to me. And explain to me what you did. If you didn't do nothing to 7-Up, then I'll back down. If you can explain it. But 7-Up said you did. And 7-Up has many witnesses. Many witnesses. I need you to talk to me. You got to answer some questions. You answered her questions.
Yeah, he did a Facebook Live.
You have to hear her
And
story.
paid her $7,000 to be quiet.
So he
So
paid
after
her.
that, she did not. She said she couldn't talk to me anymore.
Well, you can't pay somebody to be quiet. That's what I learned about. That's illegal.
Okay, she got $7,000. $7,000.
You're welcome, Tatrice.
He sent. This is on Facebook.
Yeah.
Tatrice Walton, we love you more.
And after that, she says, I can't talk to you anymore. You know, I don't want to talk about it no more. And it went away. She didn't go to the police. She accepted $7,000. She don't have anything to do with me. She lived in Grand Prairie. And Pastor Rush ended up paying her rent for her. Her rent was paid up for 3 months. And she got $7,000 and told me that she can no longer talk to me anymore. But it's on, the interview is on my Facebook Live. I did a Facebook Live and Pastor Rush called in to that live. It's him, it's his voice, he's saying it. I even talked with him in person. I came to this very church. The reason why I approached the security guard, that's the same security guard that then tell me when I told Pastor Rush, you're going to be held accountable, because what he told me was that men and women are making allegations against him. And this was in 2018, they're lying on him. I said, what allegations? Oh, they said that I sexually assaulted him. I go, but whatever you're doing, you need to get you some help, because you're going to be exposed. This is why I'm here. I believe you. And I told him that this was going to happen to him. This is why that I'm standing with you. I believe you.
The 7,000 was from another person, another individual. No one out here. This is a total separate incident that she's talking about. Oh, her name is Carol. They said they want to see your live. No, someone said, "What's your live?" But she doesn't have it. It's a previous live.
Go all the way down to the year of 2018.
She said it was a live was in 2018.
Yes, go. It's on my Facebook page, Carol Harrison Lafayette. You can go on my Facebook page, and you can go all the way down to the year of 2018. You're going to see that interview where Pastor Rush called in right along with a young lady. She was in my office with me who needed help on her rent, and Pastor Rush did not help her. She was a member at IBOC Church for years. She felt uncomfortable with all the things that Pastor Rush was doing. She was a young lady, like 24 years old, and I had her on the live as well too. Pastor Rush told me that there were males and females making allegations against him about sexual assault. I then told him that he was sick and he needs to go get him some help, or other he's going to be exposed because these people cannot be lying.
What's that deal? Hungry, dirty, whatever.
Here he goes again.
That don't mean anything that you got your hand on your gun. Nobody's trying to do violence. This is a peaceful protest. It's a peaceful protest.
Please tell them the name of your Facebook again one more time.
It's Carol Harrison. Go on, Carol Harrison Lafayette. Carol Harrison Lafayette.
Spell it. Spell your last name.
Okay, it's HARRISON LAFAYETTE.
Is there a dash in between there?
No.
Okay.
And so he tried to get it erased from Facebook. Facebook did not erase it at all. He told Facebook.
Well, why don't you just reshare it so it'll be at the top of the page?
I have to,
Yeah, she'll do that. She'll just reshare it whenever she goes to find it. That way it'll be at the top of the page. Save y'all some time. Okay, thank you, Tracy Houston. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tamara. Okay, thank you, good girl, Powell. She said she found it. Service is over. Okay, so yeah. Oh, I see the car starting to roll out. Thanks for keeping us updated on what's going on inside. Yeah, the ladies here has not taken any money. The ladies out here, they said they have not taken any money and they do not want any. Well, here they come. Cicely Rogers, someone has already posted her name. You just got to look through the comments.
Church ground, but when there's injustice, when that's wrong, it never can be in peace. It don't even make sense. And so I do what I do.
Help us silence Rickie Rush. He has an open investigation for physical and sexual abuse, several of them. He needs to step down and have an investigation.
I'm gonna stay on the live as long as I can. We should be at 100% battery, and I still got like 55% in my pack.
We're asking Rickie Rush to step down. Rickie Rush does not need to be preaching in IBOC Church. God is accountability.
Yeah, they have a lot of different signs, but they put them away. There was a bunch of signs out.
Accountability.
I think the young lady put them in her car.
They heard a bunch of screaming and yelling in there, so why can't we do it? They heard a bunch of screaming and lying in there.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Smash the Topic breaking news. Shanita Cleveland reporting the news live in the community, unedited, through the Smash Cam. Yeah, she's looking for it now so she can reshare it and it'll be fresh at the top of her page. She's doing it right now for y'all. That says you don't see a video, it's coming. Well, Bree White, since everybody's been out here since about 7:30, it's been more than 10, that's for sure. But we've been out here for quite a while. This is part 2. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if one person shows up.
Pastor Rush need to step down. Pastor Rush needs to step down. Accountability. Accountability. Pastor Rush needs to step down. Pastor Rush needs to step down. Accountability. He needs to be held accountable for his actions. Pastor Rush needs to step down. Accountability.
God's children step up to the plate.
Accountability. Pastor Rush needs to step down. He needs to be held accountable for his actions.
There's a church member.
Your pastor will talk you down if you were abusing kids. It's your responsibility, man of God. It's your responsibility, man of God. If you're a man of God, you should hold your pastor accountable. He has sexual abuse and physical abuse cases going on right now, and he needs to step down.
Step down. Accountability. Accountability, Pastor Rush. Rickie Rush, you men and women of God, accountability.
Accountable.
Oh, yeah.
Hold your pastor accountable.
Accountability.
I don't.
Accountability, man of God. Rickie Rush needs to step down. He needs to be held accountable. Accountability.
Hold him accountable, RJ. Hold him accountable. That's all we asking. You should care. You should care. You know my son. My son was a good kid. All of a sudden, he started acting up. We didn't know what was happening to him, but I just found out. I found out. Sister Donna found out. You remember my son. I found out. I have my own story about what he did to me in Skyline. Don't ignore it. He's telling y'all to ignore it. I used to be just like you, not listening. I used to be so supportive. You know I was 10 toes down at this church.
Looks like they're going out of the front.
Look into
They're
it.
going out of that exit down there.
Don't ignore it. Don't ignore the allegations.
Warning comes before destruction.
Fear of exposure. Young men, don't ignore it. I realize that you guys have to pay your bills, but when it comes to wrong, speak up. Speak up when wrong goes on.
They're not gonna speak up. They too relying upon him.
Yeah, it's his money.
That's his little front. That's what they do. They gotta put some people around them, make them powerless without him. If he cut off the money, then what they gonna do? They don't know how to go get a regular job. They not a real hustler. A real man gonna go hustle for his own. You know, all that there. No.
Yeah, back right on me.
Hey, Sean.
Make sure y'all share this video if you haven't already. There's another video so you can see as well. There's another video. Smash the Topic breaking news covering the community. Second service is out.
That's what he do.
It's too many people out here saying, I've been a victim of this. Everybody gonna just keep saying the same thing. Of course you're not gonna believe it. You go here. But everybody that's going through y'all blood. Of course you don't believe blood on y'all hands. That's what happens when you put your pastor on the pedestal next to God. He ain't God. And worship him. Right. And worship him. That's right. He is not God. So of course you don't believe it. He ain't God. He's not untouchable. He's a man.
Get a church that's Bible fed.
And he don't know how to control.
You ladies can't argue with these people that are ignorant to the fact. They're just blind right now because they didn't have somebody that they care about. You can only pray for those people. And for you guys to make yourself look more educated.
That was nice. Donna helped her across the street. Make sure she got across the street safe.
Say, hey, just open your eyes. You know, don't get aggressive with them because they're going to start getting aggressive too. You know, but I know y'all are mad. I get it.
I'm very angry.
Tell the people who you are. Tell the people who you are.
My name is Sean, and I have been a victim of some stuff just like this. And I'm standing here today to protest for it because it's wrong. And anybody that is upholding what he's doing, y'all just as wrong. Y'all just as wrong. Y'all got their blood on your hands.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. Y'all see the protesters, the men, are making sure she gets across the street very safely. They're making sure she's safely across the street. Donna walked the First Lady across the street earlier. I just wanted to capture that. Okay. Go ahead. Just position yourself in the camera. No, go ahead.
You know her. She's an ex-parole. She's an ex-sex offender parole officer.
Tell the people who you are.
What I need to do? Oh, my name is Brianna Brown. I'm a Dallas resident, born and raised. I'm also an ex-probation officer. I'm also an ex-probation officer and an ex-parole officer who supervise sex offenders on parole and probation. Rickie Rush displays the classic characteristics of a sex offender and a pedophile. I'm out here to support because I have a lot of family and friends that have been victims of child molestation, of sexual assault, and child abuse.
Donna. Okay, we're about to log off. Is there anything you want to say before we leave and log off?
We'll be back here tomorrow about 6:30, and we'll be in our position. And I pray that those of you who stand against abuse, physical, sexual, mental, all those forms of abuse, that you'll join us. And we have some others that are going to join us and be supportive. So thank you for watching, and I just pray that you guys will protect your kids. If you still go here, all I can say to you is protect your children. Keep that third eye open. Use some wisdom. And this is not a joke, and we're very serious about this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, people. There you have it. Thank you for tuning in. We are covering the community. You're so very welcome. Thank you. All right, people. So thank you all for tuning in. We send Smash some love, some hearts, and we'll see you soon. All right.